everyone, my name is Amanda, and today I'm going to talk about swine flu. So, why is swine flu so important, and what's the point of studying for that? So, the swine flu caused the 2009 H1N1 flu pandemic, and during this pandemic, 74 countries are affected. There are 60.8 million cases, and which is about 24% of the global population. This pandemic killed 12,469 people in the United States and between 151,700 and 575,400 people worldwide, according to the CDC. So here is a map of the confirmed cases reported to the World Health Organization on July 6, 2009. You can see that the virus has already spread to most parts of the world in only 3 months. There are already 94,512 cases and 429 deaths. This shows that the swine flu really has a lot of social impact on the world. So what is swine flu and what makes it so dangerous? So the swine flu is caused by H1N1 virus and influenza A virus. As we learned from class, the influenza virus has subtypes based on their surface proteins, hemagglutinin and the neuraminidase. There are 18 different kinds of hemagglutinin subtypes and 11 different neuraminidase subtypes. And the H1N1 virus consists of the H1 and N1, so that's the reason why it's called H1N1 virus. So the pandemic started from April of 2009, and it was first detected in the US. The scientists believe that this disease came from the pigs because most of the genes found in the virus are from the pigs. And the transmission rate of the swine flu is about 1.4 and 1.6. And due to the previous immunization, 20 to 40% of the population needs to be immunized for herd immunity. So here is some more detailed information about the H1N1 virus. As I mentioned in the previous slide, the H1N1 virus is a type of influenza A virus. So what is that? The influenza virus has 3 types, A, B, and C. For type A, it usually causes flu pandemics which has huge global impact, and there are 144 different influenza A subtypes. For type B, they usually cause regional pandemic, and for type C, they do not cause any seasonal pandemics. So here are the 2 pictures of the swine flu virus, H1N1 virus. So now let's look at how does the virus transmit between humans and species. Usually, it spreads in the same way that seasonal flu spreads. For human, the virus is usually transmitted by coughing, sneezing, or talking to people who are already infected. Sometimes, the virus can also be transmitted by touching the object with virus and then use your hands to touch your face, eyes, or mouth. The virus can be transmitted between species, such as live swine, turkeys, and there are also some cases reports that domestic cats and dogs have been infected by the virus. The 2 pictures on the left tells you how the virus can spread from pig to person and person to pig. Also, the pictures on the left down corner also tell you how does the virus develop over time, so that they have the ability to infect humans. So how would people know if a person is infected by the swine flu? Some of the common symptoms include fever, runny nose, sore throat, coughing, body aches, chills, fatigue, vomiting, and diarrhea. For pigs, they have some similar symptoms as humans, but there are also some different symptoms, such as depression, discharge from the nose or eyes, sneezing, breathing difficulties, and eye redness. So the scientists started the H1N1 vaccine research quite early at the start of the pandemic in April 2009, and the vaccine finally became available in December 2009. The vaccine is a kind of inactivated vaccine, which is consisted of virus grown in a laboratory, does not cause any disease. These vaccines are made in the same way as the seasonal flu shots. The CDC estimated that the vaccine saved about 300 lives and it prevents almost 1 million infections. The strain of H1N1 in the seasonal flu vaccine was different from the pandemic strain H1N1. So who should get the vaccine? Everyone who is 6 months or older should get the vaccine, especially young children, pregnant women, and people who are 65 and older. By looking at this outbreak, what can people learn from the swine flu? I think it is so important for people to have a high awareness of self-protection so that we can reduce the spread of the infection. It is also really significant to listen to suggestions and advice given by official health organizations and policies of the government. And compared to the COVID-19 crisis we're having right now, the swine flu is less fatal, and no one is immune during this time. And therefore, social distancing is so critical for us during this crisis, and doing something really simple really matters, such as washing hands and staying at home. There are so many epidemics that happen during the history, and what people usually do is looking back to those experiences and figure out how people solved the problems years ago. And probably we can use that experience to understand what's happening in present and to make our future better. So here is the works cited page and the image cited page. Thank you so much for watching, and please stay healthy.